a gingery flavour. So one thing about this that I didn't quite explain was I use sound a lot to work out when this is done, because chicken and just about anything else, any meat-wise that you cook, as you cook it, it's going to tighten up. Like the muscle fibers will tighten up and it will squeeze moisture out of what is being cooked. So when I'm deep frying in there, when it first goes in, there's a bit of sound from the moisture of that going in there. But then it will kind of die down, because what's happening is all the bubbles in deep frying is essentially water coming out of whatever you're cooking into the oil and then turning into steam and steaming away. So I listen to this until it starts to sound a bit angry again. So it'll go sizzle when it hits there, and then it won't really sizzle all that much for a while. When it starts to sizzle again, that means that the juices are coming out of the chicken, and that's not what I want. That to me, when the juices are coming out of the chicken, it's kind of done. Yeah. So then I take it out, and the chicken should be cooked. And so if you notice, I wasn't really timing it or anything like that. Just listen for the sound of the juices coming out of the chicken, and you should be in a pretty good way. So let's put these onto a plate. Just some mayonnaise. Did I have another pair of tongs here? I think I did. Oh, I've used them all. Okay, we're gonna go with fingers then. Once again, don't be shy about using fingers when you cook. And a good tip, if your fingers like mine are starting to feel quite hot because you're picking deep fried chicken out of a deep fryer, is after you've wiped your hand, just hold your earlobe. Huh? And your earlobe has very few nerve endings in it, so it's why your ears don't really hurt when you get your ears pierced. So it would dissipate the heat away from your fingers, which have a lot of nerve endings. It would dissipate the heat quite quickly. So that's when somebody told me that, and he's a chef who's like Frank Shep from China Doll, chef of years and years experience. When he told me that, I was like, yeah, right. And then I did it, and I was like, oh yeah, right. It really does work. So just a bit of lemon there. And you can see that kind of taste theory in everything. Like, lemon is acidity, it's sourness. And so when you add sourness to something, usually sourness is something that you don't get from the cooking process, right? So when you deep fry something, it doesn't make it more sour. In fact, a lot of the volatile acids that you have in food get removed by the cooking process. And so then you add in a bit of sourness again with a squeeze of lemon onto anything from like fish and chips to a steak to a salad, and it adds that sourness back and it becomes pleasant to us again. Our taste is an evolutionary, a biological tool to make us think food is good, make us think things are good. So it's very important to be able to kind of listen to that. So I waffled on a bit too much about science. I apologize. Two dishes, very, very simple to do at home. If you weren't talking, these are honestly, and if you had the teriyaki sauce already made, that's a 2-minute dish that you could do for a barbecue. No, not 2 minutes, but like 10, the amount of time it takes to cook and rest a steak. That's again, like no long marinating, nothing really required to put that together, but karaage chicken and a red wine teriyaki steak. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yay! Look at his face.
I'm going to hang around for a bit if you want to take photos and stuff.
Yep,
Thanks
sure.
for coming, everyone.
Thank you. Có影相，có影。